Hello everyone, welcome back to the WarScope channel. Please subscribe and like my videos, because today's update is one of the most powerful developments of the ongoing war in Ukraine. The Ukrainian military has launched a massive and highly coordinated missile strike against multiple Russian command posts in the Donetsk region, obliterating key enemy infrastructure and leaving Russian troops in shock and disarray. This was not just another attack. It was a demonstration of advanced warfare, precise intelligence, and strategic brilliance that will echo through the course of this conflict. The strike began with Ukrainian forces carefully identifying Russian command hubs, which have long been used as the backbone of Russia's operations in eastern Ukraine. These posts were not ordinary buildings. They were centers of communication, command and control, storage for ammunition, and safe houses for senior Russian officers. Destroying them was not just about collapsing walls and ceilings. It was about severing the chain of command that allows Russian forces to organize their offensives, communicate with units on the front lines, and sustain their positions. By hitting these command posts, Ukraine struck directly at the heart of Russian operations in Donetsk. From the outside, the attacks were fierce and unrelenting. Witnesses and footage describe massive explosions lighting up the night sky, flames consuming reinforced structures, and shockwaves shaking the ground miles away. Ukrainian missiles rained down with pinpoint precision, ensuring that every strike landed exactly where it was intended. The sight of these strikes was both terrifying and awe-inspiring, as it revealed the extent of Ukraine's growing missile capability and Russia's inability to fully defend its command centers despite years of preparation. Inside the destroyed facilities, the aftermath was total devastation. Where once Russian officers directed operations, only rubble remained. Rooms filled with computers, maps, and communication systems were obliterated in seconds. Ammunition storage sites erupted in secondary explosions, further amplifying the destruction. Russian soldiers who survived the blasts were left scrambling in confusion, cut off from their commanders, and without proper orders to continue their operations. The precision of Ukraine's missiles left no chance for Russia to recover quickly, which was exactly the point. The performance of these Ukrainian missile systems has been nothing short of remarkable. Analysts have noted that the accuracy rate of these strikes was extremely high, suggesting advanced targeting systems and carefully gathered intelligence. Almost all of the missiles launched achieved their intended objectives, which is rare in large-scale warfare. Ukraine has clearly refined its long-range strike capabilities, combining Western, supplied technology with its own innovative military strategies. Each successful strike has added another layer of pressure on Russian forces, weakening their already strained logistics and command structures. What made these strikes particularly effective was the safety and precision in planning. Ukraine avoided unnecessary civilian casualties by focusing exclusively on military targets located away from populated areas. The operations were timed for moments when civilian presence was minimal, further reducing the risk of collateral damage. This demonstrates Ukraine's commitment not only to defeating its enemy, but also to maintaining international support by adhering to humanitarian standards. While Russia has often targeted civilian infrastructure, Ukraine has strategically focused on purely military sites, highlighting the moral and tactical contrast between the two sides. The uniqueness of this strike lies not just in its destruction, but in its timing and its message. Russia had been intensifying efforts in Donetsk, trying to push Ukrainian defenses and gain ground in the region. By striking command posts at the exact moment Russia was mobilizing, Ukraine effectively disrupted enemy plans, creating confusion among field units that suddenly found themselves without clear direction. The message to Russia was simple: no matter how fortified or secretive their command structures may be, Ukraine has the reach, the intelligence, and the precision to destroy them. The cost of launching such large-scale missile strikes is enormous. Each missile can cost hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars depending on its type. The financial burden is significant, especially for a country already under strain from prolonged war, but when comparing the price of these strikes to the advantage they provide, the balance is clear. Destroying command centers prevents Russian offensives, saves countless Ukrainian lives on the front line, and weakens the enemy's ability to wage war effectively. In this sense, the financial price is overshadowed by the tactical and human value of each successful strike. The long-term consequences of this operation are already unfolding. Russian troops in Donetsk are reporting breakdowns in communication, delays in receiving orders, and lack of coordination in their offensives. Some units have even retreated, unwilling to fight without reliable command guidance. This disorganization is exactly what Ukraine hoped to achieve, because war is not just fought with weapons, but with strategy and timing. By dismantling the enemy's ability to coordinate, Ukraine has effectively forced Russia into a weaker, reactive position. Observers have pointed out that the psychological impact of these strikes may be as significant as the physical destruction. Russian soldiers on the ground are beginning to realize that nowhere is truly safe, and that Ukrainian missiles can reach even the most protected command hubs. The sense of vulnerability erodes morale, and demoralized troops are less effective in combat. At the same time, Ukrainian citizens and soldiers have been inspired by this success, gaining confidence that their military is capable not just of defending, but of taking decisive actions to shift the momentum of the war. This entire operation also serves as a warning to Russia's military leadership. The message is clear: if Russia continues to escalate, Ukraine is ready to strike deeper, harder, and with greater precision. These strikes prove that Russian command centers, supply hubs, and logistics facilities are never beyond Ukraine's reach. For Moscow, this creates a new layer of fear and uncertainty, forcing them to spread resources thinner in trying to protect a wide range of potential targets. The ripple effects will also be felt internationally. Ukraine's allies will see these strikes as proof that their military aid is being used effectively, strengthening the case for continued support. Precision strikes that achieve maximum military results with minimal civilian harm show that advanced weaponry in Ukrainian hands can make a difference. This could lead to more Western aid, more advanced missiles, and greater political support, all of which further strengthen Ukraine's position. At the same time, Russia will struggle to counter the narrative. Moscow may attempt to downplay the destruction or shift blame, but the footage of burning command posts and destroyed structures will speak louder than propaganda. International media coverage will amplify the significance of these strikes, further exposing Russia's vulnerabilities. The more Russia tries to conceal its losses, the clearer it becomes that Ukraine is successfully hitting them where it hurts most. In war, moments like these become turning points. The obliteration of Russian command posts in Donetsk is not just a tactical win, but a demonstration of Ukraine's growing ability to wage high-tech, precision warfare. It shows that Ukraine is no longer just defending its borders, but is capable of launching offensive operations that shake the very core of Russian military operations. For Russia, this is a reminder that the longer the war continues, the more vulnerable its forces become. In conclusion, Ukraine's missile strikes in Donetsk have rewritten the rules of engagement in this conflict. By obliterating Russian command posts, Ukraine has disrupted enemy operations, weakened morale, inspired its own forces, and sent a powerful signal to both allies and adversaries. This is not the end of the war, but it is a defining moment that will shape what comes next. The fight is far from over, but Ukraine has shown that it possesses the will, the intelligence, and the technology to challenge and defeat one of the world's most powerful armies. The message is undeniable. Ukraine is not backing down, and every day it is becoming stronger, sharper, and more determined.